Hi there, I'm an Ultimate Iron Man. Sort of. I've divided the Runescape map into 18 regions, all with their own custom-built task system. These tasks provide rewards to me, such as XP and supplies. Every week, I will randomly select one of these regions and I'll be locked to it for 9 hours. Once up, my inventory and ward equipment will be wiped. My bank will be operating on a store-only basis, which means I can never take items out of it. I have compiled a list of RuneScape bosses, and the goal of this series is to kill all of them at least once. With every boss killed for the first time, I'm awarded either the choice of an additional region every week, or the ability to carry over one inventory slot every single week. Lastly, all of this content will be streamed live at twitch.tv/MrFrogRS, so be sure to join in. If you need any more information, make sure you check out the description, or just leave a comment. Without further ado, I bring you Regional Rumble! So stupid. And it is time to spin 3 new regions. I really don't know how to feel about these. I've got no idea what I want to do with it. I mean, I'm sure there's something that I could do, but man. Well, you'll find out next week. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regional Rumble. We have put ourselves in Sears Village to start. We also have Ardougne and Kebos, but most of this episode I'm probably going to be spending between Ardougne and Sears, just because Kebos doesn't really do all that much for me. And if you haven't worked out by now, I will be doing a lot of tasks in this episode, mostly between Sears and Ardougne. And the beautiful thing about these two regions is not just the fact that they can combine, but they also complement each other quite well. Ardougne has Master Farmer for seeds to grow in Catherby, and then Catherby has access to Dwellberries, which is going to allow me to complete Plague City. So that's a good start for us. Unfortunately, we cannot do the Trinum Village quest still, because I'd need Feldips as well for that. I'll get it done eventually, but Plague City is going to be a great start, because I do eventually want to move on to doing stuff like Underground Pass, unlocking the Elven Lands, and that is a step in the right direction. As you saw in the previous episode, we carried over a Rune Scimitar and a Dragon Medhelm. We do not have access to the Blast Furnace, so we have no coins as of right this second. So that's kind of unfortunate. And one other thing to mention is we do not have access to our POH in this episode because, unfortunately, none of the 3 regions that we have a house portal. So, no POH, no Blast Furnace, no money is basically where we're at for this. So yeah. I think the first thing I want to do, actually, is probably head down to Ardougne. Should have spawned there, really, but whatever. And I'm going to get myself a Guam Seed, because there's an easy task in the Sears region to plant a Guam Seed, and I haven't been able to do it for ages, because I didn't have access to one in this region. And it means we'll finally get that done, and we can unlock all the medium tasks. So, I'm going to go ahead and start the timer, and we're going to run down to Ardougne and get Pickpocket in with some Master Farmer. Guam? Oh, for Pete, really? What is this? Why do I get the rat? I want a Guam Seed. I'm 28 farming. Finally. We got it. We used up an entire inventory of food and this is what we're left with, but we got the Guam Seed. That took way longer than it should have done. So ridiculous. Now I'm trying to decide which of these seeds I should get rid of, because I have access to like every single patch currently. Apart from a regular tree patch, I think, but that doesn't affect these seeds, so I don't really know what to make of this current situation. I'm going to get some food, going to re-heal, because I'm basically dead, and then I'm going to equip the Rune Scimitar, because that's actually a medium task in the Ardougne area. We can get that one smashed out straight away. It's very helpful that we got the Rune Scimitar, and then we went straight to Ardougne afterwards. Convenient, if nothing else. So let me just quickly heal up, and we can smash out that medium task. Okay, fully healed, or more or less. Time to go ahead and equip the Rune Scimitar, and that is a medium task complete in the Ardougne area. Okay, with that task complete, we can look at the rewards. For this task, we have the rewards of 50,000 XP, 2 super defense potions, or an air battle staff. Don't really have a great access to runes, so I don't know about the air battle staff. 2 super defense potions isn't terrible, but we don't really have access to bosses right now, so it's probably going to be XP, to be honest. I hate to say it, because normally I'd like to try and pick the others, but they're just not useful here. Any other setup and I have runes or something, maybe they'd be good. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for some XP and see what we get on this. Right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel to see what XP we get. Let's go spin. I don't mind that. Honestly, it could have gone prayer or crafting. I'd have liked either. As long as I'm not getting any more fire making XP, then I'm pretty happy. So we'll run it by the chat, but probably going to take XP. Right, so despite the idiots in chat telling me to take staff, we're going to take the XP. 50,000 prayer XP. That's a big chunk. It's going to push us up quite a few levels. I want to get this up eventually to 70 anyway, so I mean, I guess 77 would be the best level to end at. So I'm not going to complain with 50,000 per XP, but we are now going to move on back up to Sears, and we'll be completing the easy task in Sears. Just a reminder, by the way, I cannot do medium tasks until the easy tasks are complete, but Ardougne and Sears, 2 different regions. I've already done all the easy tasks for Ardougne, so I can do the medium ones there. As for the medium ones in Sears, I will have to plant the Guam seed before I can go ahead and do them, which I'm going to be doing fairly shortly. I think I'm going to plant the Marantil seed that I got in this patch and just basically use these seeds on whatever I can see fit, just to get some extra farming XP, and then when I go to Sears, I will plant this Guam seed. As for the Rhinar seed, yeah, I can't actually use it yet. I need 32 for that. Alright, start myself some GP from this poor lad over here. We got ourselves 75 coins, and the reason I did this is because I want to buy some pineapples and make some super compost, something that I neglect to do quite a lot on this account. This shop is going to be out of stock. I'm not even going to bother because it's 15 in stock by default, so I might as well hop to a world that's full and buy the 15 like that. And that's some super compost brewing. Let's go ahead and get this task done and do some farming, and we can move on to another task. Alright, Mr. Guam Seed, time to get planted, and that is going to be an easy task in the Sears region completed. I'm just going to compost this just so we can hopefully get it alive. But that's an easy task in the Sears region done. Okay, so the rewards for this task is 5,000 XP, a Sapphire Amulet, or 20 lobsters. Probably going to say no to the Sapphire Amulet, but the lobsters could come in handy, because I do kind of want to do some melee training in this episode, given that I have a Rune Scimitar now. We've also got a Strength Potion we got from a random event, so the lobsters could be useful, depending on what we decide to kill, but we'll go ahead and check the spinning wheel to see what XP it is, and then we'll probably make a decision based on that. Alright, let's spin that wheel and see what XP we get. Ooh, that's a good one to land on. Okay. I think I'm torn between the lobsters and the Herblore XP, but Herblore XP is always good. It's always good. It's only 5k XP, but it's always good. Alright, quick discussion with the chat makes it fairly obvious that I probably shouldn't take the lobsters given where I am. The fact that I can get cakes, I can fish lobsters, cook lobsters. We might as well take the Herblore XP. Got good access to it, so we're going to be taking 5,000 Herblore XP at the end of 3 hours. But yeah, that's an easy task. It's done. We can now move on to the medium tasks, which have got some juicy ones in there with some good rewards, and I'm not sure which one I want to do first. Right, so there is a medium task, which is to obtain the Boots of Lightness, and I've just realized I have no money. But for this, I'm going to need a light source and something to cut the web. I mean, I've already covered that bit. I have a Rune Scimitar, which will do the job, but we're going to need to get ourselves a candle. And apparently completed a task in the Candering area. That's nice. We'll grab ourselves a tinderbox. And then we will head down and we can get ourselves the Boots of Lightness and tick off a medium tier task. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some people that are going to agree with me on this. Why am I going here for a tinderbox? Who knows? It doesn't really matter. Wait, a candle is 3 coins? Oh my god. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that I kind of did this a bit bad, and Boots of Lightness should have been an easy task, not a medium task. I don't really feel like it's that big of a deal though, because you have to do the easy task to even get to this point anyway. So, regardless of how you want to look at it. We got ourselves tinderbox, light the torch, thingy, lantern, candle, whatever it is. and we'll go and get ourselves the Boots of Lightness. The other 2 tasks that are medium tasks in Sears is to fill a coal truck and enter the Ranging Guild, which actually, as a matter of fact, we could just enter the Ranging Guild on the way down, because we have 59 range now. So I can get that medium task done as well. So many tasks that I can get done now. I mean, I haven't been in these regions for a while, and our stats are really getting up there, so we can really smash out these tasks super fast. Right, well, I went completely the wrong way, so let's go ahead and get ourselves the Boots of Lightness first, just because I'm an idiot. Go through /the web, fail to cut through it. There we go, /the web, and that's going to be Boots of Lightness acquired. Just going to head up the stairs because I'm not sure if my candle can go out. Oh my god, I'm going to get that wrong so many times. I don't think it can, but just in case it can. Anyway, that's the Boots of Lightness acquired. That's another medium task ticked off in the Sears region. Okay, so the rewards for this task are 50,000 XP, 5 botanical pies, or 300 chaos runes. The chaos runes would have been good if I'd taken the air staff and the sapphire amulet, because I could have made it into amulet of magic, but I don't really feel like I'm going to be using it anyway. Yeah, the 50k XP is probably going to be more rewarding unless it lands on fire, make it again. But anyway, we will go ahead to the spinning wheel and see what we get, and then we can make our decision. Alright, spinning wheel, what have you got for me? Honestly, it's not a terrible one to land on. It's quite a useful skill later on, so 50k fletching XP. I don't mind taking that. I'm pretty much stuck between XP and 300 chaos runes, but probably XP. Alright, so the chat agrees we go with the XP on this one. 50,000 fletching XP. Beautiful for the account. We'll get us a higher level anyway, so... I think we can actually make the mithril crossbow now, right? Or maybe we already unlocked that. No, next level we will get the mithril crossbow, which is really nice if I want to use emerald bolts in the future. Can't think of a great place to use them right now, but I'm sure there's many places that could benefit. But anyway, we'll put these Boots of Lightness on. Why not? Lower our weight a bit, and we'll head over to the Ranging Guild and complete another task. Another task in the Sears region. Let's go ahead and open the guild door, walk straight into the Ranging Guild, and that is a medium task in the Sears region done. Smashing these out. Okay, so the rewards for this task are 50,000 XP, a U shortbow, or 20 sharks. We don't really intend on killing anything like major, so the sharks aren't going to help us out all that much. The U shortbow is really nice. The only part that I'm sad about is the fact that I won't be able to carry it over if I want to keep either of these 2 items. U shortbow would just be really good for the future. But honestly, probably going to end up being the XP again. We'll spin the wheel and see what we get, but who knows. Alright, spinning wheel once again. What do you have for me? I don't really want this. Kind of tempted to take the 20 sharks at this point. Well, it was a close decision. But we have gone for the cooking XP. It was tied very... Actually, to be fair, all 3 of them were getting some votes each. The U shortbow would have to be dropped at the end of the episode, though, so that's probably the main reason why I stray away from that one. But yeah, we're going to go with the 50,000 cooking XP. The only medium task left in Sears now is to fill a coal truck, which I'm going to need a pickaxe for. I have to figure out where I'm going to get one of them. I think I can get one in Ardougne. It's like a bronze pickaxe or something, so not quite sure I want to do about that. There are some tasks in Ardougne, though, that we can do, so I might look into doing them right now. But nonetheless, let's smash out some more tasks. Right, I actually think this is probably the best pickaxe I can get, unfortunately. But we're going to buy the pickaxe from Ardougne, and we're going to go up to the coal trucks. And we've got to fill it. So basically load it with coal until it can't take any more coal. And this might take a while for bronze pickaxe, but it is going to be another medium task complete. And then that'll be basically every task I can do in the Sears region. The next potentially realistic task to do in Sears actually involves a lot of BA, and that is to complete the entire collection log, not counting the pet. I decided to take the pet off this restriction just because, well, the pet's a bit excessive, whereas grinding out the collection log for everything else is essentially just a matter of time rather than RNG. And I prefer it to be that way rather than RNG. But anyway, so that would be the first hard task I could do, and I don't think I'm going to have the time to do that anyway. Not to mention, people are sick of seeing me do Barbarian Assault. I'm not sick of doing it, I love the thing, but I probably will do the last task in Sears, which is this one, and then we'll work on Ardy. And after that, I think I'm going to do some melee training with the Rune Simi. Get ourselves some more melee XP and try and get these stats up a bit. Could help with some bosses in the future. We've nearly got 60 ranged as well, so that's really handy for the future as well. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and start mining coal. This might take a little while. Alright, that has taken way too long. That has nearly taken me an entire hour to do. But we should be able to do this. And we should be left over with 1 if I've calculated this correctly. Nope. Okay, that's not full then. I was told it only holds 120. Apparently it holds more. Never mind. We're here for even longer. Okay, so coal trucks are weird. Apparently it is full. I can't add any more now. 121. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's going to be a coal truck full. Let's tick that task off. That is the final medium task of the Sears area. Okay, so the rewards for this task are 50,000 XP, 2 maple seeds, or 500 of each elemental rune. Now, the 2 maple seeds are pretty much just going to get crossed off because I don't actually believe I have access to a tree spot. So that sucks. I mean, I guess I do in the farming guild, but naturally with my farming... Actually, that's a point. Why am I even having this discussion? I can't even plant maple seeds. My farming level is terrible. So we're going to get rid of that one. So we're basically stuck between 500 of each elemental rune and 50,000 XP. And considering I keep disregarding all the magic rewards, it's probably going to be the XP. But nonetheless, we'll go ahead and get ourselves the spinning wheel up. And we can try and get ourselves some XP. So let's spin the wheel and see what we get. No, don't do this to me. Oh, and I'm like bottlenecked into it as well. Wow. I can either take 50,000 fire making XP or 500 of each elemental rune. I don't like this position I'm in. Well, as much as I hate to admit it, there's not much point in taking the runes, so I guess we take 50,000 fire making XP. Had we have taken the Chaos runes, this would have been a better option. But yeah, 50,000 fire making XP is going to be added. There's a lot of rewards to add at the end of this 3-hour session. I am going to struggle, but nonetheless, we'll add them all to the account at the end of this. And that's all the Sears tasks done for now. I'm going to head down to Ardy, where we can smash out a few more medium tasks. So the next task I'm going to be doing is to craft some runes at ZMI. Now, despite my rune crafting level, I don't actually need rune mysteries done to do this, as far as I remember anyway. And I can kill the crafters for the XP, so I can get, for the essence, so I can get essence like that. But we're making a quick detour to plant this cadaverberry seed, just because I had it, and I want to try and get as much farming XP as I can, because once I hit 31, I will be able to Garden Pie boost for Typh, and that's going to make farming a lot easier to do, or at least a lot easier to train, so we can start unlocking the good seeds, I guess, the better herb seeds and stuff. But we are going to head over to ZMI right now. We're going to get ourselves some pure essence from the crafters, and we'll tick off another medium task, and then we have one last task left, which is going to require me to do the Tower of Life quest as well, so that could be interesting. Get some more construction XP as well. Can't complain. Charter ship crafting. Quit the game. Hey, there we go. We finally got the pure essence. We got 3 of them. Let's go ahead and grab these and craft ourselves some runes. And there we go. That's another medium task in the Ardy area completed. Okay, so the rewards for this task are 50,000 XP, green d'hide chaps, or 50 steel bars. The 50 steel bars are not going to help me. Just going to put that out there right now, they're not going to help me. The green d'hide chaps would be great if I was doing any ranged in this. I could get some ranged equipment. I don't think it's really worth it. I think the 50k XP is probably guaranteed here. I don't really have any plans for what I'm doing, so maybe I'm going to hate myself like I did with the other things with the runes and stuff and shoot myself in the foot and end up getting a 50,000 fire making XP reward, but we'll see. Gonna get the spinning wheel open and we'll check what XP we're going to get. Another spinning wheel, another XP I probably don't want to gain. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, God. The worst part about this is we've already got to add 100k XP, because I had 50k left over from last week that I forgot to do, and then 50k from this week. And, it's 100k cooking XP. It's not terrible. It's not, like, incredibly useful either, but it's not awful. Alright, I think we're settled on taking the XP. It's so much cooking XP we're going to have, but I guess it's kind of useful. It's just a shame that it all went on cooking rather than getting something crafting or something. But it is what it is. RNG can hit you that way. We'll add the extra cooking XP later on. Hopefully I can get this done between the 6-hour and 3-hour mark. It's a lot of XP I got to do, but we've got one more medium task that I want to get done in the next 47 minutes, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do, but we'll give it a try. And that is to enter the creature creation facility, which requires me to do the Tower of Life quest. Right, we've had to make a quick pit stop over in Kebos, which is funny because I said I wasn't actually going to use this region, but we are going to need a saw for the Tower of Life quest, and apparently I can get one in here. Not quite sure where. The wiki tells me it's here, so I believe it. I will find the saw, and then we'll head back over to Ardie. Accidentally got poisoned on the way, which kind of sucks, but we've got to use up these cakes anyway, so it's not a massive deal. There we go, that is the saw. Let's head back over to Ardie and complete Tower of Life. I don't think I'm going to get this done before the 6-hour mark. Wow, the ending of this quest ends in the creature creation facility, but I'm just going to show this clip for the end of it. We've entered it now. That will be the task completed, but I would like to finish the quest just for the sake of this. We've got ourselves just under 5 minutes left, so I've just about managed to finish it in this session. Let's complete the Tower of Life quest and go ahead. And there we go, Tower of Life completed. Get ourselves some construction XP, crafting, thieving, not anything amazing. Should give us a level though. 28 construction, very nice. And that is going to be the task ticked off. Okay, so the rewards for this task are 50,000 XP, 2 super attack and strength potions, or 5,000 iron arrows. Before we go ahead and choose our reward though, I will be spinning the XP wheel to see what we get. Let's give this a spin. What are you going to give me, spinning wheel? Interesting. That'll make it 100k per hour XP if we go with this, but I'll run it by the chat just before we finish the stream, and we'll decide what we're going to take. Right, well, I think we've settled on taking the XP for this, so that's going to be 100,000 per hour XP that's going to be added at the end of this, wow, in the next few minutes, I guess. That's pretty insane XP. I mean, we have done 7 tasks in 3 hours. That's an amazing accomplishment. I've absolutely been smashing them out, and I'm so glad that I managed to do all of them. But with 6 hours left, I don't really know what I'm going to do. Alright, we're doing ourselves a quick farm run, but I just wanted to take this moment to mention that I went and added all of the XP. It was a lot of XP, and I can't remember what I added, but I know I added it correctly. I think it's like 150k cooking XP, that put us to 63. 100,000 prayer XP, we're at 57. Really nice. 60,000 fire making, it's at 62 now. 5k herb lore, we gained 1 level to 52. And 50k fletching, I think it was. There we go. And we're at 56. So we can actually make the mithril crossbow now. So that's really nice. But yeah, I finally went ahead and added all the XP. Managed to do all of that in one night, which is pretty impressive for me. It was a lot of XP to do. But we got it done. Like I said, I'm just doing some farming now. We really want to get to 31, because then I'll be able to boost for Tithe. If I ever go back to Southern Current, that'll be nice to train farming. Unfortunately, I cannot plant this Ranar seed unless I make a garden pie, and I'm not quite sure I can be bothered. I might just do other plants until I get 32 and then plant it anyway. Who knows? Alright, making a quick pit stop. We're just going to grab ourselves some dwellberries from a grubber's wood, because we will need that for Plague City, which we'll be doing fairly shortly. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether I need the hangover cure for this one or not. I think it's either this one or Biohazard. If I do need the hangover cure for this, it might be a little bit awkward, because I don't think I have access to snake grass. But I'm kind of hoping that I can make the gas mask and then get it back for free. If not, this might be a complete waste of time, but I'm going to do it anyway. Right, so with a bit of research, we can't access any of the spawns, but we can get snake grass from an eclectic impling. So assuming I can manage to get every other item, which I believe I can, probably gonna head over to Puro and try and catch ourselves an eclectic impling, or at least a few of them, get ourselves a snake grass so we will be able to go ahead and complete Plague City. Alright, so it turns out we have ability to get all of the other items, so I'm gonna hop around, try and find ourselves a crop circle here, and we'll go in, we'll catch ourselves some eclectics until we get the snake grass, and then we can collect up the rest of the items and go and smash out Plague City, which is going to be one step closer to unlocking Elverlands. Unfortunately, Biohazard is an absolute pain to complete with the amount of regions I'm going to need for that one. But we can slowly work our way through these quests. Eventually, we will get there. Just takes time. Snake grass? Hey, second try. What a win. There we go. Snake grass is done. Let's go do Plague City. Alright, well, this should be Plague City completed. There we go. That's going to be a chunk of mining XP that's probably not really going to do much for me. The ability to teleport to Ardougne, which is kind of handy. I don't think I got the level to use it, but still nice to have the spell. Let's unlock that. Plague City is done. I might try and start Biohazard, but I'm pretty sure I can't do too much of it because I'm going to get given all the the FNIA and all of that stuff, and I will not be able to carry it over at the end of the episode. Right, well, I've done a quick bit of research into Biohazard, and we can do a few steps before we get, locked off. So we're going to go ahead and start this quest. I believe I can get to the point where I need to go to the chemist in Rimington. Beyond that, obviously, I won't be able to do any of the quest. But for now, we're going to get this done. I think if we have to do it in the future, we can get this back for free. So I don't have to worry about, obviously, wiping the gas mask. That will be totally fine. Alright, I think that's going to just about do it for what we can actually do for Biohazard. Once we get through this dialogue, she's going to send us over, yeah. So, what we're going to have to do is just get rid of these items, and we'll reclaim them from her when we can actually do the next step. It really sucks that we have to carry items across on this one, because it makes it impossible to do this part of the quest unless I have both regions at the same time. I guess if I had a multiple carryovers, I could hold on to them, but it's just such a waste. I don't really want to be doing that. Now, I believe in a previous episode, I got a Mahogany Homes contract, and I'm pretty sure it put me in Ardougne. So I'm going to go and find out if the house is in Ardougne that we need to do. And if it is, I actually have a way of doing it. Because we've got ourselves a saw from Kebos, we have access to a mine that gives us coal and iron just down here. A furnace here where we can make steel bars. And then most beautifully of all, if we go up to Barbarian Assault, there's actually plank spawns here, because we have the Sears region, so this is open to us. There's a few plank spawns here, so we can pick up planks, so we can actually complete the Mahogany Homes contracts, which is kind of a very convenient location of things. But like I said, I don't know where it is, so I'm just going to check around. It's not that house. There's only 3 locations in Ardougne, so I'm going to check them all, and if it's none of them, then I guess it wasn't Ardougne after all. And there we go. It is an Ardougne house, so we're going to need to get ourselves some planks. And we can get ourselves another Mahogany Homes contract completed. Okay, we got ourselves a whole bunch of planks. I actually went and got a hammer from an imp because I couldn't be bothered to go back to Catherby, and we got it on the second kill. We also got a red bead, which is interesting, which I didn't need, but, you know, not going to complain. The first kill was a red bead, second kill was a hammer, and we should now be finished with this contract. That is going to be a Mahogany Homes contract done. Let's go and get ourselves some XP. Does this give us a level? Yes, it does. I'll have that cup of tea, and we get ourselves 29 construction, and unlock some random stuff. Gonna grab myself another Mahogany Homes contract. Kind of don't really want it to be in Ardougne, but I guess it's okay if it is. Just because it's not that convenient to train it here. But I just like to have one so that if I ever end up in the right area, we could do it. We could do a novice contract, but the problem with this is if we do get Ardougne, I guess I could do it by catching eclectic implings. Do you know what? I'm going to go for it. Let's see what we get. Where are we going? Varrock. Okay, well, we don't have Varrock, but if we do, then this is actually a really good one to get a novice contract, because we'll have access to not only a saw, but also the sawmill and oak trees. So, nice, easy one to do whenever we head over there next. We got ourselves 4 points in Mahogany Homes. Beautiful. And I think the next thing I want to do is try and knock out some quests that we have access to here. Alright, so first quest we're going to do is Sea Slug. I did come to Ardougne before, but I didn't have the fire making level to do it, I believe, so... Oh wait, no, I didn't have access to swamp paste, that's right. But this time I went up to Catherby, and I bought some swamp paste from the... who do I start this with? Caroline? I got some from the charter ships, so yeah, that works. We've got ourselves the swamp paste. I believe that's the only item I need for this. So that was the bottleneck I had before, but let's go ahead and get this quest started and finished. And it will unlock Slug Menace, which if we can manage to do, actually gives us Proselyte, which is a really good armor to have unlocked, especially because whenever we're in Falador, we'll be able to get it. And that should be Sea Slug completed. I don't really think I can do much of Slug Menace. In fact, I don't even think I can start it, but there we go. Sea Slug is completed, and we're going to move on to a couple more quests that we can do. Smashing these out. Alright, so we've made our way over to Kebos, because I want to get the quest done getting ahead. Now, last time we came here, we didn't have the construction level, but we now do, so we can do this. Annoyingly enough, I got poisoned on the way, and I don't actually have any food. I guess I could take some cabbages and onions and heal up, but it will die out eventually. Now, I believe every item I need for this quest is in this general area, so I shouldn't have any worry about items. We also had to come here because we need some thread for Elemental Workshop, so I figured I'd just do this quest first, get it out of the way, and let's just smash out getting ahead. Cave looks dangerous. Nah, I'll be fine. Bosh. Oh, jeez. I didn't know that existed. I've only ever safe spotted this guy. Okay, that should finish off this quest. It's taken a little bit longer than I would have liked, but nonetheless, chat has been distracting me this entire time, so I'm getting this done very slowly. Little cutscene here, finish off the Getting Ahead quest. Had a close call, didn't realise that the bear had a special attack, now I do. And that's going to be the Getting Ahead quest with some XP, some coins that's going to go to waste. 49 crafting, very nice, and 31 construction. Very, very nice. So that's that quest done. Yeah, as I said, I didn't realise that the bear had, or the headless beast, had like this boulder attack. Because I always safe spot it on every other account, and it doesn't trigger if you do that. So I thought to myself, I don't need food. I'll just go in, we protect from melee, and everything will be fine. Apparently not. So I ended up flinching the kill. But it's not a big deal. We got there in the end. I'm going to collect up a few more thread just in case I need it. I do not want to have to come back here. And then we'll head back to Sears Village and we'll get ourselves Elemental Workshop done. Right, so for this quest, I actually need 4 coal. Which, conveniently enough, I filled up the coal trucks. What goes around comes around. The coal is already gathered. What a win. And with this elemental bar, we should be able to finish this quest. And that is going to be Elemental Workshop 1 completed. 5,000 crafting XP and 5,000 smithing XP. With that done, I do not believe that we can move on to Elemental Workshop 2. I'm pretty sure I have to go to the dig site to start this, but I will check anyway. Dig site exam center, yeah. So we can't do that right now, but that is another quest done. Powering through these quests pretty quick. We're at 57 quest points. I hate this new layout, by the way. 57 quest points, 31 quests complete, and I'm going to see if we can do any more. So it has just occurred to me that we can actually continue with the Dwarf Cannon quest. Thanks to having Ardy as well as Sears, we will be able to mostly finish off this quest. I was about to say we could finish it, but we cannot. The last step is actually in Asgarnia, when you have to go to, I believe it's Nolodin. In fact, I think there's 2 steps for that. So we can't actually do the entirety of this quest, but I can complete a few more steps, and that's going to push us a bit further in the correct direction with quests, so let's get that done. Alright, well that's going to be all of Dwarf Cannon done that I can actually do. Going to skim through and see if there's any more quests that we can actually get done, but if not, we will probably go and train some melee stats for the rest of the episode, because I do want to get these stats up. I know everyone wants me to get 60 defense so we can actually utilize this Dragon Med and let it stop being a meme in the inventory. But yeah, I want to make sure that I've got as many quests done as I can, because otherwise I'll get really annoyed if I realize later on that I could have done something and I didn't. I could train whenever, but I want to make sure I utilize the most of the multiple regions that I have. Alright, the next quest on the list is going to be Observatory, because I believe that is the last quest that I can finish entirely this week within the restrictions we've got. I'm also going to do some of Merlin's Crystal, but that is going to require me to go to Asgarnia, so I will not be able to finish that. So, yeah, Observatory will be the last one we can fully finish. I need to get myself a bronze bar, so I went and mined these ores just over by the Zedamai. I mined there in a previous episode. Just trying to hit. There's some copper rocks and there's a tin rock as well. So we got ourselves the stuff for a bronze bar, got the molten glass from charter ships, well, the supplies for it, and then made it. And I believe that's all I'm going to need alongside these few planks that we got from the Barbarian Outpost. So we can smash out the Observatory quest and get ourselves some random XP, because that's how the reward works. And that will be the last quest finished in this episode. Alright, let's finish off the Observatory quest. It was a Pisces, and this should be the end of the quest. And there we go, 2.2k crafting XP. Probably didn't give us a level, but there we go. That is the last quest completed of this episode. An Uncut Sapphire, 3 Tuna, and that's going to be done for quests, except for a few steps of Mahogany Crystal, which I'll be getting done tomorrow, but that'll be like in a few seconds for you guys, I guess, on video. So, let's go ahead and smash that out. This staircase is weird. I've got to walk all the way around. Nice. Right, we can probably do about half of this quest, I believe. Once I get sent over to get the Excalibur, I will have to call it quits, though. So we will not need the bread for this, because I cannot do that step. But I can get to the point where we kill some Mordred, and we get the instructions or whatever from LeFay, or whatever person's name is. I cannot remember. I'm just going to do as much of this quest as I can. And that will be it for quests from this episode. And then I plan to do something a little bit obscure. Alright, well, that's probably going to be the final part that I can actually do. I'm going to have to just ask for this information. And then we'll be done with Merlin's Crystal for now. Unfortunately, I cannot really do anything else, because it's going to require other regions, such as Varrock and Asgarnia. But hopefully in the future, we might be able to get our way through this, and then probably move on to Holy Grail, which gives a nice chunk of combat XP. Okay, so we are in Kebos at Mount Quidamortum. There are a list of bosses in this area that we can kill, but we are going to be focusing on one in particular, and we're going to try and cheese our way through this. The Guardians in Chambers of Xeric. They're fairly easy. I can get away with it, but it is going to take quite a long time, because I believe the best pickaxe I can get is an iron pickaxe from the scavengers. It might be a steel, I'm not sure. But I think with a lot of time invested, we should be able to get ourselves a boss kill, which would mean another carryover. Basically, the plan is we create a raid, we go in. If we do not get the Guardians as the first boss, then I reset, and we keep doing that until we finally do get them, and then we spend about an hour trying to kill them, basically. I really do hope this works, though, because I don't really want to waste my time on something pointless, and I would really like to get myself another carryover. Right, well, we managed to get Guardians. It says there's an item over here, apparently. Is that just like a bronze pickaxe or something? It is. So we managed to get ourselves an iron pickaxe from a scavenger beast. But now we are doing the process of killing Guardians, which could take quite a while. Let's get started. Right, I think it's safe to say that method was never going to work. It was suggested by the chat, and as much as I appreciate the input, let's be a little bit more realistic here and just understand that that's not going to work. So, what I'm going to do is something really boring. We've got 2 hours and 15 minutes left, and there are rock crabs just to the southwest of here, as you guys would know from previous episodes. I'm just going to go kill them for like 2 hours or something. And then I'm probably going to go do some farming, and we'll finish up the episode. There's not really much else I want to do. I smashed out so much stuff in the first 6 hours that I'm pretty satisfied where we are. I don't really think there's much else I could have done, to be honest. But yeah, we want to get a defense up so we can wear the D-Med. We do really need to train the melee stats so we can do bosses like that in the future. So, we're going to put on Auto Retaliate, and we are just going to train on rock crabs. I feel like at this point I should probably mention why I have 790 iron arrows and 263 chaos runes in my inventory, along with the noted coal. If you haven't worked it out, add a maze random. Did it, and this is what we got. I probably could have got some range equipment and used these arrows. Was contemplating trying to get runes for chaos spells, but there's such little access to runes in these areas that it would have just taken me ages, and it would not have been worth the trouble. But anyway, here are all the levels that we've gained while doing rock crabs. Doing well. We've gained 1 combat level. We're at level 60. And I still plan on doing this for the next like hour and a half, and then I want to do a little bit of farming before the end. But for now, I'm just training as much defense as I possibly can. Want to get close to be able to wear this. Probably not optimal, but kind of just want to use the D-Med. Right, wow. We've been doing training rock crabs for about like 2 hours or whatever time it was when I started this. I do not remember. But we are now looking at 48 defense. So I think again like 7 levels, if I'm right. What I'm basically doing now is just running into a raid and then leaving to restore my stats. And then what I'm going to be doing, we've got 18 minutes left. I want to head back over to Ardy and do some farming before we finish off. Gonna try and make a garden pie so that we can plant this Ranar seed. Probably gonna plant it in Sears, or Cafferby, I guess. And the reason for that is because if I come back to Ardy, I can actually get another Ranar seed from a Moss farmer. But if I get Sears, I won't have that luxury. So that's gonna be the plan. Trying to give myself some time to do that. I'm probably gonna have a little bit more time than I need. We're just heading back to Ardy now, so I'm gonna use fishing shorter to shorten the time. We have got ourselves a raw garden pie. Please do not burn. That would be very nice. And there we go. We've got ourselves a garden pie. We can go ahead and plant this Ranar seed with 4 minutes remaining. I did have an original plan to go to West Ardy and get some pies from a shop and just eat them to get the pie dish. Thankfully, there is a pie dish spawn here. But apparently, it turns out I can't even go to West Ardy right now. I think it's something to do with starting a quest or something. I really need to just drop stuff to make it so I can actually pick this up, because I've only got 3.5 minutes to do this. But yeah, apparently I can't go back to West Ardy right now, or to be honest, at any point in the future until I actually finish Biohazard. So that could become a problem. We'll hope it doesn't. But anyway, we've planted the Ranar seed. Gonna make sure I super compost that. 3 minutes left. I'm probably just gonna go and kill some wolves or something, try and get us some last minute XP before we end off. Already had a spade apparently. And yeah, that's pretty much just about do it for the episode. I forgot to plant my jute actually. 3 minutes? I can make it to the jute plant? Yeah, sure, we'll go do some farming real quick. Alright, that's going to be the jute planted with 40 seconds to go. I don't really have enough time to do anything else. We're going to make sure we store everything back in here so we don't lose them. And that's it. That's pretty much everything done for this episode. I'm just going to run over to the bank. We're going to... Actually, you know what? I'll put this in the storage as well, and we will be clearing everything out and moving on to some more regions. Right, that's going to be another week done. I'll be clearing out this inventory very shortly. For the time being, I'm just going to take this off. So at the end of this week, we're going to be carrying over the same 2 items, and that is going to be the Runescape and the D-Med. Surprise, surprise. But with this week done, we will be moving on to 3 new regions. Hopefully we can get a place where we can get a boss. That would be nice. This week kind of a little bit scuffed in terms of boss kills, but we did get a lot of tasks done and a chunk of quests as well, which is really good for the future. I think having Sears and Ardougne was a nice combination for the progression of quests. But without further ado, let's go ahead and spin the 3 regions. Whoa, that is going to be interesting. Oh, God. I know I said last week I didn't know what I was going to do, but I really need to do some theory crafting for this one. Let's go week 19, I suppose.